In a small town, there was a young boy named Aiden. His arrival was once celebrated with joy and anticipation, but as time passed, his unconventional appearance led his parents to abandon him. Years later, Aiden returned to their lives in a way they never expected. Eliana was the epitome of beauty during her high school years, with her long, flowing hair that cascaded down her shoulders like a shiny waterfall and green eyes as captivating as a lush field. She effortlessly commanded the admiration and envy of her peers. Her beauty was her greatest asset, opening doors to a glamorous career in modeling as she grew older. With her flawless complexion, exquisite features, and magnetic presence, Eliana quickly became a highly sought-after model. Eliana graced the covers of prestigious fashion magazines, sashayed down runways adorned with designer creations, and became the face of renowned beauty brands. Maddox, on the other hand, was a charming and handsome young man. His rugged features and deep-set hazel eyes caused a stir among the girls during his high school years. Eliana and Maddox's paths crossed in high school, where they were instantly drawn to each other's beauty. With Eliana's radiant smile and Maddox's striking features, they caught everyone's attention and were hailed as the most beautiful couple at their high school prom. Their undeniable chemistry and shared allure made them the talk of the evening, leaving a lasting impression on their classmates. Their whirlwind romance led to the unexpected news of Eliana's pregnancy. They were filled with conflicting emotions, feeling too young and unprepared for the responsibilities of parenthood, yet deep down, they couldn't bear the thought of parting with their unborn child. As the months passed, Eliana's belly swelled as she grew a precious life within her. However, she felt that her radiant beauty began to fade, and she struggled with the physical changes brought on by pregnancy. Stretch marks adorned her once flawless skin, and her once toned figure transformed into a softer silhouette. Despite these transformations, Eliana hoped that her baby would inherit her previous beauty, compensating for any imperfections. The day arrived when Eliana went into labor, and after hours of painful anticipation, their son came into the world. They decided to name him Aiden. The room was hushed as the nurse gently placed a tiny bundle in Eliana's arms, but as she took her first glimpse, a pang of shock surged through her. Aiden's features were not at all what they had expected. His face was slightly deformed, with a prominent nose and ears that seemed disproportionate. Tufts of unruly black hair sprouted from his head, resembling a wild forest. Eliana's heart sank, and a wave of repulsion washed over her. She turned to Maddox, hoping to find solace in his eyes, but he had the same look of dismay. Eliana wondered to herself how their baby could not bear any of their features, and how it could turn out so wrong. Overwhelmed by shock and concern, Eliana and Maddox couldn't bear the thought of raising a child who didn't meet their expectations of conventional beauty. Their careers and reputation as the town's most beautiful couple held significant importance to them, and they feared that having such an awful-looking child would tarnish their image. Therefore, they decided to put the child up for adoption, opting for a clean break and no further contact. They believed this would allow them to preserve their desired lifestyle without the burden of a child who didn't fit their standards. After a tumultuous journey through various foster homes, Aiden finally found solace in the warm embrace of a kind couple named Mara and Jack. They saw past his unconventional appearance and chose to adopt him into their loving family. As the years passed, Aiden's uniquely disproportionate facial features and thick, unruly black hair remained unchanged. These features obviously set him apart from others, but he learned to accept them as something he could never change. As Aiden matured, he embarked on a remarkable journey of self-acceptance, embracing his unique appearance with unwavering confidence. Though he had faced teasing and ridicule during his childhood, Aiden's genuine character shone through, captivating those around him. Over time, his peers began to recognize the depth of his kindness and the authenticity that radiated from within. The transformation in people's perception was astounding. Once hesitant and judgmental, they now saw Aiden for the remarkable person he truly was and understood that beauty extended far beyond physical traits. Aiden's inner beauty, his compassion, and his unwavering loyalty became the qualities that left an indelible mark on the hearts of those who crossed his path. Aiden shared an extraordinary bond with his adoptive parents, Mara and Jack. They showered him with unconditional love and support, providing a nurturing environment where he thrived. Naturally, there came a time when Aiden became curious about his origins and approached his adoptive parents with questions. Mara and Jack tried their best to recount the story of his adoption. At first, they tried to minimize the details about Aiden's parents' rude and superficial judgment of their son's appearance, but this only caused confusion for Aiden. With each vague answer, he only continued with more direct and deliberate questions. Therefore, Mara and Jack realized it was better to tell the truth, no matter how it sounded. Aiden deserved to know. Mara and Jack told Aiden everything that he needed to know, including the names of his biological parents. Aiden immediately took to the internet, where he discovered some astonishing news. To everyone's surprise, Aiden's biological parents, Eliana and Maddox, lived in the neighboring town just 20 minutes away. Although Aiden had no memories of his parents, he was extremely curious to meet them. Now, as Aiden's mind raced with questions and anticipation, the excitement within him built like a brewing storm. He yearned to unravel the mystery of his biological parents, despite the cautionary warnings from his adoptive parents, Mara and Jack, who wanted to shield him from potential disappointment. Fueled by determination, Aiden scoured the depths of the internet, uncovering details about their careers and glimpses of their visual appearance captured in photographs. The images he discovered left him awestruck, unable to believe the breathtaking beauty possessed by both Eliana and Maddox. In his youthful naivety, Aiden couldn't help but assume that their outer beauty would be mirrored by an equally beautiful personality. He envisioned his long-awaited reunion with them, convinced that it would be an encounter of extraordinary beauty on every level. Little did he know. His adoptive parents watched with a mixture of dismay and wariness, understanding the potential for a heartbreaking fall from the pedestal of expectations Aiden had built. In the midst of Aiden's excitement and the cautionary presence of his adoptive parents, the stage was set for a profound journey of self-discovery and the unveiling of truths that would shape Aiden's understanding of beauty and the depth of human connection. The time finally came, and Aiden summoned the courage to reach out to his biological parents. Their initial reaction on the phone revealed surprise and wariness, but as the conversations unfolded, they cautiously agreed to meet after many years apart. Aiden paid them a long-awaited visit. As Aiden stood in front of his biological parents, he saw how time and bad choices had affected their tired faces. Eliana, who used to be incredibly beautiful, had given up her modeling career and stopped taking care of herself. Maddox's hair was receding, and he had become bigger around the waist. Neither of them could handle the natural process of their skin and body aging and their youth and beauty fading, so they turned to food for comfort, leading to serious weight gain. In a moment of deep reflection, Aiden recognized the irony that his biological parents' obsession with outward perfection had led to lives that were ultimately unremarkable. This revelation made him even more grateful for the invaluable lessons he had learned from his adoptive family, lessons about real love and acceptance that went far beyond physical appearances. With a gentle smile, Aiden thanked his biological parents for letting him go, knowing that his true family had always been by his side. As Aiden returned to Mara and Jack, he was enveloped by the unconditional love and support that had always surrounded him. He reflected on the journey that had brought him to this point and felt a profound sense of gratitude. In the warmth of his real family, Aiden understood that true beauty lies in the heart and in the deep, meaningful connections with those who love you for who you truly are. I'm really keen to know your thoughts on this story, so please don't hesitate to share your insights in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and found it engaging, I invite you to subscribe to our channel for more similar content. Feel free to share this video. Take good care of yourselves, and I'm excited to connect with you in our future videos.